Well, Bill's asked me to reflect upon construction market data and how Bill and his team were really an essential part of our growth and our story. So here we are. We have a new company. Employees own a lot of the company, and we knew we had to get up on our own 2 feet and start to come to a new stature and walk and run better. Fortunately, I had a recommendation from a friend that I should talk to Bill Schwarz, that he was a awesome consultant, and he wasn't $1 million either. So we were able to have Bill come in, and he did a really good job. I could say right off that for value, McKinsey was great, but Bill was even better, and he didn't charge us $1 million. So it was a great value to be able to work with Bill. And he had, in essence, with Bill, you get to spend a lot less than $1 million, but you get a person who is very sharp like McKinsey and has good insights, but he really comes in and is passionate about your business and has great insights. And I've talked to other people that Bill has worked with, and that's an underlying characteristic. He has a system, but he also really is capable of kind of personalizing into your area and using his fine mind to look for problems, to look for solutions, and to look for enhancements. And he did that with us with the CMD. And sometimes you need someone trusted from the outside for you to, turn over the responsibility and look at things. So he did that in a very subtle but clear fashion. Basically, he pointed out to me empowering other people is the best thing we could do. I thought I had done a pretty good job of that along the way, but one could always be better. And he had good insights in doing that. And he also had the system of looking how processes worked, and inevitably they're broken. There are loops that get broken, and there's not a consistency, and there's not a logic. So he spent time observing what we were doing, observing how our processes worked and didn't work, and then he would make recommendations. So Bill had good insights in having them work together as well. So one knows that as a CEO or a president of a company, it can kind of be lonely at the top, but having a person like Bill to reflect upon, for him to get involved in a very personal, passionate nature with the team was very good as well. And I know it helped me. And I think the happy ending to the story is we had bought the business for literally $83 million, and 4 years later, in 2000, we sold it for $300 million. And that was quite rewarding, but we also became a much more powerful business, and we were known as being very creative for kind of market data for construction. And we were able to start this company called Revit. We put about $25 million into it and created super software, and then we sold it 3 years later to Autodesk, a large software company who already had 2D CAD, and they've done an awesome job of then taking it to the next level. I think they're worth $16 billion now. And I think within Revit and myself personally, I had learned things from Bill that really carries on with me as I'm been a CEO or part of the board in some of the different companies like Revit that I've been a part of. Again, the principles learned from Bill Schwarz in business is being applied to other businesses that I'm working with, and it's quite valuable to me. I think it's different levels that you see yourself evolving into that you could track with the loops, but it's also applying it to different areas of the business, whether it's revenue, geographical, technical excellence. So you're having to play at a multi-level, be willing to play at a multi-level, and continually be tracking processes. Now, identifying these, you almost sometimes have to be outside of the company and have experience looking at other companies to apply these different levels and to detect them. And again, that's where I think Bill and his team is very good at doing that. It's a help for upper management and for the CEO in particular to evolve and have someone point out things for you that could be made better. And it's hard because as the CEO, you feel you're pretty sharp and knowledgeable, but I would just say if you want to go to the next place, you have to be humble enough to take criticism and be willing to look at your company in a new way with someone you trust. And so I feel blessed that I had Bill that I could trust. I never felt like he was trying to come in and take over or anything like that, but he could be trusted. And I think after the years he's been working and the many different businesses he's worked with, he has established himself of being able to do that. He has a system for addressing businesses and the flexibility in his mind to apply them to your business. It's not a cookie cutter process. Bill picked up that construction market data was a different business than Mingledorf's air conditioning and other businesses that he works with. So that adaptability. But I think for the CEO in particular, you have to remain open and humble enough to take criticism and be open to moving yourself to the next level and seeing that as a positive challenge, not a put down. As one could see, I'm very high on the CEO Alliance in that you're able to, in a sense, gain the experience from many different businesses that Bill has worked with the CEO Alliance. And as you could hear from me, that there's a lot of credit that I would give Bill and the CEO Alliance for the growth of our company and the success we've been able to achieve. I could truly say that without Bill and the CEO Alliance, that we certainly wouldn't have done as well in construction market data. And I get to carry that knowledge becoming CEO of other newer companies that I've been associated with.